Welcome to language. This is for fourth grade, and this is for lesson 147. And we will be looking at pages 226 and 227. You also have quiz 20 to take. Okay, so we are going to start with some review on some different parts of speech. Okay, so first of all, we want to know the 8 parts of speech. We have 8 of them, right? We have learned. So number 1 is a verb. Okay, so verb, noun, pronoun, and the next is, sorry about that, then we have adjective, and then adverb, and then preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Okay, so say those with me. We're going to start with verb, okay? Verb, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. We'll say them one more time. Verb, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. Okay, so those are the 8 parts of speech. Now they all do different functions, as we've learned, and a noun, remember, is a person, place, thing, or an idea. Okay, so person, place, thing, or idea. A verb is action or state of being, or maybe it links the one part of the sentence to the next part of the sentence. And then you've got your modifiers, adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives modify what? Nouns, and adverbs modify what? Verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Got it? Okay, verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs is what an adverb describes. And then we've got our prepositions, and we have our list of prepositions that we have been learning, and you guys took that quiz before spring break, and so that those prepositions are very important to a sentence because they really show the relationship between the object of the preposition and the rest and another word in the sentence. Because we could say the cat in the hat. Okay, we'll throw in some of our, from some stories, some Dr. Seuss. But the cat, which cat? The cat in the hat. Okay, the cat in the hat. In is a preposition, and in the hat goes back to cat. Okay, so that's how to use that. Then conjunctions we've been learning, and we use conjunctions all the time. We combine sentences. We want to make things smooth and flow, and so that's why we use conjunctions. And so our most common conjunctions are and, but, or, nor, for, yet. Say that with me. And, but, or, nor, for, yet. And, but, or, nor, for, yet. Okay, those are the conjunctions. And then our interjections, we've got mild interjections and strong interjections. Okay, so a mild interjection is really kind of one of those quiet things. It's like saying, oh, or phew. And there's many other ones that you could say, but the mild interjection has after an interjection, we always have a punctuation behind it. What does a mild interjection get? A comma, that's right, very good. So a comma goes after a mild interjection, but a strong interjection would be as if you're yelling it, okay? So if you're in pain, or if you're trying to get someone's attention, ouch, that hurt, ouch, you would put it, what punctuation goes after a strong interjection? An exclamation point, right? Because you're exclaiming something. That's why we use an exclamation point, okay? So there's just a quick review on the 8 parts of speech. I want you guys to go ahead and pause the video, take your quiz. It's over conjunctions and interjections with some punctuation thrown in there. So go ahead and pause the video, take the quiz, and when you come back, we'll look at the dictionary again. All right. I hope you did well on that quiz. If you didn't take that yet, then when you get to it and take the quiz, I hope you do well. I'm going to grab my dictionary. All right, so I want you to grab your dictionary that I sent home with you guys. Hopefully you haven't misplaced this. This is only day 3. This is Wednesday, the 14th of April. And we are, this year is just flying by. I don't understand why it's so quick, but doing these online videos is really, it does confuse me on the date, but it is the 14th for the day that you're supposed to be watching this video. If you're watching it sooner or later, that's okay too. But we have some practicing with our dictionary, and then the review of the parts of speech is on page 227, which we did quite a bit of. So what, now remember A, on page 227, you may notice you probably already have it done because you should have done it as part of homework in lesson 145. And so we'll go over the answers to that. But first of all, let's get a look at our dictionary and let's look up that first word, coagulate. Coagulate, okay? So in Think A on page 226, we're gonna look up coagulate. It's the very first one, all right? So you're gonna go and you're gonna find your C's, and you're gonna find CO, and you wanna get to the very beginning of CO because you need COA. All right. All right, so I have found it in mine, and the guide words at the top of my page say clutch and cocaine, because it would fall between those two. So coagulate, the definition that I have is to change from liquid to a thick mass. Okay, so to change from liquid to a thick mass. So you can put that, or if your dictionary has a different definition, that's fine. Because all the dictionaries may be slightly different, and that's perfectly fine. And so you're going to look up the rest of these. There's lacquer and pulverize, nethermost, and islet. And so then those ones you're going to write the definition for. But in Think B, you're going to look up these words and you're going to write the punctuation. Okay, the punctuation, and we've looked at that before. The first word in this is Adobe, and so we can look up Adobe together. All right. So you go back to the A's, and you want to find A-D. Okay, mine is on the page with administration and adumbration. Okay, and so Adobe, if you're looking at the definition, it's it's brick or clay for making sun-dried bricks. A structure made of Adobe bricks is also another definition. So that's the definition, but we're not looking for the definition, we're looking for what? The punctuation. Okay, so the punctuation, grab my marker, and the punctuation for Adobe could look something like this. All right, so in my dictionary, this is how it is. So it's got the upside down E that makes the sound, Adobe. And it has a tiny accent mark here, and then the D and O with a straight line over it, and then a hyphen, B with, and an E with a straight line over it. You could also have it, there's a small variation, and it takes this mark out, and it puts the accent mark there, Adobe, okay? So it takes out these. It just has this little bit of a space. So either way that you do it, or if your dictionary has a different way of doing it, that will be fine. So you're gonna do that for the rest of these: debris, lay, abalone, and tortilla, okay? And then in Write C, write the parts of speech that the dictionary lists for each of these words. Write one sentence with each word and label its part of speech, okay? So you're going to look up these words here. Plug is the first one. We can look this one up together. Okay. If you want to find PL, go to the end of the PL section for PLU. There we go. I have it on a page that has pliancy and pluperfect. I'm not sure what that one is. I'd have to see. Pluperfect. Oh, it has to do with verbs. Okay. Sorry. Plug is to stop, make tight, or to secure by inserting a plug. Okay. So in my dictionary, it can be used as a noun or a verb. So there are two different entries for this. So I have noun or verb down for that. And then you can write a sentence using plug in any of those for either of those. So either a verb or a noun. So you can say something like, I will plug in the vacuum, or you could say the plug for the vacuum is broken, or something to that effect. But you guys come up with a sentence using plug, either as a verb or a noun, okay? The rest of these, you'll notice 2 through 6, they have 3 parts of speech. So I want to make sure that you guys know to find all 3 parts of speech, but you only have to write one sentence for each of them, okay? And then you've done remember A, and so we're just gonna review this. Sherlark's quick clues up here. Nouns, names, okay? That's one way to remember it. Verb shows action or state of being. Pronoun takes the place of a noun. Adjective describes nouns and pronouns. Adverbs describes verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Preposition shows relationship. Conjunction joins words or groups of words. Interjection shows strong or sudden feeling, okay? In Remember A, I said I was gonna go over those answers, so we'll just go through them right now, okay? Nouns can be common or proper, okay? Proper should be the first one. Number 2, am and is are state of being verbs, okay? Shall and will are what kind? Helping verbs, very good. Read and run are what type of verbs? Action. Remember, you can read, you can run, so that's action. Very good. Number 5, many what and an ly. Adverbs, adverbs, many adverbs and an ly. And then 6, the questions that an adjective answers. Okay, these can be in any order: which one, what kind, how many, how much, and whose. Okay, and then the questions the adverbs answer: where, when, how often, to what extent. And again, those can be in any order. They don't have to be in the order that I say, but that is just make sure that you have all those down. If you didn't get one of these answers, you can fill it in. Make sure you go back and study these. This would be a good section to study for the next test coming up. Number 8, the word in must have an what if it's a preposition. An object, right? And then if it doesn't have one, then what kind of word is it? It's an adverb, right? It's an adverb. If it doesn't have an object, if it's a word that could be a preposition, but it doesn't have an object, it's an adverb, okay? And then number 9, the most common conjunctions are, we said these earlier, and, but, or, nor, for, and yet. Very good. All right, and then think B, you are going to underline the verb twice, the subject once, draw an arrow from each adjective or adverb to the word that it modifies, and then diagram the sentences on notebook paper. We are going to do number 1 together, and then I'll let you do the rest on your own. Okay, and after we do number 1, then I'll let you guys go so you can do both of these pages. Okay, so number 1, my mom can sing very beautifully. All right, so first of all, what's our verb? What's our noun? Subject. Can sing is our verb. Can sing, okay, because that is our that's an action that can be and a helping verb with it. Pardon me. And who can sing? Mom can sing. Okay, so we've got our subject and our verb. Mom can sing. All right. So what are the other words? My. What does that sound like? Now, it could be a pronoun, but it may be an adjective, right? So what would my describe? My mom, right? So my is an adjective describing mom. So you're going to draw an arrow from my to mom, okay? And then very beautifully, okay? So she can sing, my mom can sing very beautifully. To check what these would describe, we put them with the word or with the verb, okay? So there can sing very. There can sing very? Very, okay, very what? Can sing beautifully. Does that make sense? Yes, so beautifully is an adverb going back to can sing. Now, very does not describe can sing, but what does it describe? Beautifully, right? Very beautifully. Okay, so you're going to draw the arrow from very to beautifully. So you may need to have your arrow from beautifully go a little higher so that you can get the little arrow from very to beautifully. Okay, so we're going to do a diagram of this. And so we've got one subject and one verb. Even though it's a verb phrase, it's still one verb. So our subject is mom, right? Can sing, okay? Mom can sing. What do we have? An adjective describing mom. Where does it go? underneath mom, right? On a slanted line. And my was the first word in the sentence, and I always like to capitalize when even on our diagram to show where the first word of the sentence is. Okay, so my mom can sing beautifully, right? We're gonna put beautifully on this line. So not on the line here. We're gonna draw this line and draw it like this. We're drawing it as if it were a prepositional phrase without a preposition, okay? So we're not putting a preposition, we're just putting our adverb down here. Beautifully. Let me check the spelling of this. Beautifully. I had the wrong word in my head. Okay? And then we've got one more word that we haven't diagrammed. Where does it go? What does it describe? Very describes beautifully, okay? So we're gonna put it underneath beautifully, okay? So, my mom can sing very beautifully, okay? So that's how you would diagram this one. You're gonna do, you're gonna go back and finish think A, think B, write C, and then come over here and finish think B, so numbers 2 through 4, okay? Make sure that you can go ahead and write down this first one to help you know what to do. If you wanted to go back on the video and pause it so that you can write that down. But make sure that you are doing your best, that you're trying to find these in the dictionary. Don't give up. I know things can be a little difficult to find in the dictionary, but just go letter by letter, okay? And that you'll be able to find it. And then we'll see you next time.